Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Nelly and I'm an indie author of multiple books, and we're working on books this week, the next following days. I don't know which ones, which is why I'm saying books and not book. But we're still working on Storms, which is novella 2 of the Catcher series. It has been stressing me out, and the last clip of my last vlog, I literally said, like, I don't know what to do. I'm so stressed, to the point where yesterday I literally didn't work on my books at all. I did more, well, that's a lie, but like, you'll see what I mean. I did a bunch of more like YouTube stuff. I did other work. I had an interview, which I was offered the position for, so that was fun. The only reason I say technically I did work on books is because I listened to the rest of the Tommy chapters for Buttercup Baby audiobook, and I got that done, thankfully. So technically I listened to it that way, but I didn't actually like work on any of my books. And I think that was a nice break. And then I was going into it today to work on them. And I realized, because I was still in that fog, and I realized it's because of the 2 chapters that were next in line that I was in that fog, because it was chapter 7 and 8. 7 had a brand new scene and an edit scene. I did that edit scene perfectly, added words to it and stuff, but did it. That brand new scene and chapter 8's brand new scene, fog. I could not come up with what I needed. So I skipped it. I went on to chapter 11, which is now chapter 9. So technically I went on to chapter 9. And I did 9 and 10. Completely done. And that went fast. So obviously it was those specific scenes that were stopping me. And then 11 and 12, I've like added a little bit to. Like 11 I think has like 500 words. 12 has like 50, maybe 100 words, like just little things that I kind of know where the scene might go. So that's actually going really well. And then starting from 13, it's mostly edits for the long haul. So I think it's currently about to be 2 p.m. I'm gonna do some sewing, which will be fun. Or actually, I don't know if I'm actually gonna do it, because I realized I don't have any material to attempt it with, so I might just be like learning the machine. Go to the gym, because I'll finally be able to actually go to the gym and concentrate, because I won't be listening to Buttercup Baby's audiobook. And then I have a call with a friend tonight, and then if I want to, I could work more on this. But this is why I'm also saying books instead of book, because Ice, which is novel 2 of the Catcher series, the epilogue and chapter 52 still aren't written. So ideally I'd like to write those so that I could figure out what the page count needs to be for me to order my proof. But yeah, ideally that's what I'll do. If not, maybe work a little bit more on Storms, which will be nice. If not, tomorrow I could finish Storms chapter 11, 12 for sure, and then from 13 on just start editing, which is gonna add a bunch of words as well, because it's like, if I'm editing 1,300 words, it might turn into 15, it might turn into 2,000 words. Like sometimes I add a lot more. I might do that, skip 7 and 8 entirely, and then whenever I feel like, oh, this is the scene I need, because like right now I have like this type of scene, but I don't have the exact scene that I need. So we'll see. It's getting me more excited again. Plus, once I get through a lot more chapters, it'll feel less stressful to be like this behind. So yeah. It's snowing. Can you see that? I don't think so. Anyway, I spent the rest of yesterday, after like the gym and stuff, watching Modern Family, and I finished it, and that last episode was so cute. And like on Hulu, the last episode was like a documentary style making of it, so I watched that as well. But yeah, I'm now done with Modern Family. I definitely like the more beginning seasons better than the later seasons, but it was so good. But because that is done, because that's normally what I would watch at the end of the day, because that's done, hopefully now I can more focus on my things. So we're gonna go in 11, 12, 13, those chapters for Storms, and ideally get past 13 as much as possible and do those edits, but we'll see. we're in here because I'm currently working in my living room. My roommate's home and I feel weird recording there. Anyway, I'm editing a chapter for Storms, and while I'm editing, I'm like adding lines and stuff. I just added something that makes the whole plot of book 3 change for the like the plot's not changing, but like there's this thing being incorporated that is changing for so much the better. And the male main love interest, like the male main character, was there because obviously it's the love interest, but I was like, I don't really know how I'm gonna incorporate him into the storyline. I figured it out. I think I still need to go back into novel 3's outline and like incorporate stuff. But I'm thinking of getting it. It's in chapter, I'm working on chapter 15 right now. So that's it. That's the chapter. Today was my first day of work. I went onto campus to get my laptop, and I had like, literally I got there and I had to go into a meeting. But I did great. They love me. Of course they do. But they did love me. Currently, I have my work laptop. I'm going through just stuff that I need to go through for it. And then I have my personal laptop, and I'm looking at like stuff for, you know, my job, my publishing and all that. But yeah, I just wanted to inform that it went so well. Today has been such a nice day, and it just goes to show that sometimes I literally need an excuse to be out of the house, but I need to like, I can't just go to a coffee shop. So nice thing about my school, nice thing about working at a school, not my school, my job, but nice thing about working at a school is I can book like team rooms, kind of. They're not team rooms, at least they're not called that at the school, but I can book a room to go do work in. So I don't plan on doing it like often, but I think maybe once a week, maybe once every couple weeks I'll do it, so I get out of the house, get work done there. But yeah, also I just paid my invoice for Ice's copy edit, and that was so much more expensive than I thought it was gonna be, because to be fair, she charged me at a different rate this time, and this is the rate that like she normally charges. So I think the first time I was just given a bit of a discount. But yeah, things are going. I haven't really been updating the vlog. I think I have clips from last week and this week, so it's gonna be a mashup. But honestly, it's been such a nice day. I was just putting my notebooks away, and I was putting it right there, right? And I got a glance, and can you even see that? It's oh my god! Look at how much it's growing! Oh, that has some sprouts in it. Oh, you can't see that back one. Oh my god, they're actually growing! I am exhausted. It's only like 3 p.m. Yeah, it's 2:56. It's only like 3 p.m. But I'm sitting here at work. I have personal laptop, my work laptop, and while I'm waiting for access to do something on my work laptop, I should be working on like writing stuff. I'm just so tired. I had 4 back-to-back meetings today from 10 to 2:30. So I'm so tired. But this morning before those meetings, I got about 26 minutes of writing done, and then one of the meetings I didn't have, like, it was too many people, so you don't have to have your camera on, which hopefully no one ever watches this from work. But I got my social media stuff done. I sent my contract to Buttercup Baby's narrator for Tommy, because I'm now I'm gonna make a whole audiobook video, but I'm now individually paying the Tommy narrator and the Emery narrator, and I'm just gonna do a wide distribution system. So I sent the contract over so I could just pay the Tommy one, because Tommy chapters are done. The Emery ones are the ones that are brand new. And I actually just talked to the narrator I have for Emery, and she's like, okay, cool, just like send me the contract. I just have to add something extra in her contract. So I'm gonna send that one over in a little bit. But yeah, so I worked that 26 minutes of writing I got done this morning. I worked on Winds, which is novel 3 of the Catcher series, and altogether there's about 41 scenes in draft 1. Of those 41, 5 of them are actually like fully written. So I have 36 scenes to do, and ideally I'd like to finish it in the next 12 days, which means today's Wednesday, so by next Sunday I'd like to have the entire draft 1 finished. Which essentially translates down to if I have to work every single day and finish 3 chapters a day. So today we finished 1 chapter. I did that this morning. And then I have to get through 2 more chapters, which essentially everything is just brand new writing, except for one of the chapters. It's one of the scenes I had already written, but during one of my plenty re-outlines, I ended up changing like a big portion of like the reason behind what they're doing, whatever, the plot point. So I just have to mention something differently in that scene. So basically my job there is to read through what I have and change whatever I need. And then that'll be scene number 2 that's done. And then I'll just have to write another scene, which I have to start doing that at the very end of my 9-to-5 job. So, because if I give myself a break, I'm gonna be too tired. I'm not gonna want to pick up my laptop and work and stuff. So, I also have to order the proof for ice. I'm just waiting for the new file for like the sizing to come in so I can actually order it. So yeah, we've gotten some stuff done. I think as I get the hang of this job, I'll be able to get more stuff done. Not all the time, but like some days not, you know. But so far, I really like the job. My coworkers are so nice. They're coworkers. My entire team is like 5 people. They're all like technically above me, but they're so nice. And they think I'm doing so well, which is weird because I haven't done anything yet. But like, I'm making tea. I had coffee earlier today, and which is different for me. I don't want another cup right now. I don't know how dark this is. So yeah. Anyway, that was the update. Oh my god, hello my mismatched vlog. It is a Thursday night of the week that I started my 9-to-5. I started on Tuesday. That one was in person. Yesterday and today, and going forward it's remote. And then I might have like a couple in-person days, but in general it's remote. Yesterday I was exhausted. I got a little bit of writing done at the beginning of my shift. It's an 8:30 to 5. It's technically not 9 to 5. But at the very beginning yesterday, I didn't have anything to do. So I got like 40 minutes altogether. I got them in like 10-minute spurts. 40 minutes altogether done for writing. So I got through 2 scenes. Because one of them was like a brand new scene. One of them was I had to go back and change something because of the many times I've re-outlined this book. And then today, I did mostly all work. I was like just working all day. And then those last 2 hours, so 3 to 5, is when I more started focusing on my publishing stuff. And most of that was more like I ordered Ice's proof because I finally got the right paperback sizing for it. And to order Ice's proof, I had to like get ISBNs and do this and that and that. So like I had to orchestrate all of that. I got social media ready because I'm gonna end up doing Ice's cover reveal tomorrow. Because it was gonna be next week, but then I accidentally posted the ebook with the cover, so now it's gonna be tomorrow, which is fine. I don't mind that tomorrow. So it was more like admin stuff that I was doing, and then the last like 45 minutes to an hour of my job, I was writing 1 chapter. I got like 600 words. I didn't get that much. I was, again, exhausted. After work, I literally came right here and I took a nap. It was dark, obviously the lights were off. I took a nap. I was like, it wasn't really a nap because I didn't fall asleep, but like I closed my eyes. I call it resting my eye. I don't call it that. It's resting my eyes. I call it shut eye. I was like, what do I call it? I call it shut eye, which is basically when I just shut my eyes to rest them, but I don't fall asleep. So I'm wide awake the entire time. So I did that for like 45 minutes or so. And now we're back to working. It's actually like 9:45. I ended up doing an hour of my part-time job because I still do have that. I ended up doing about an hour of that earlier. So I'm fully caught up on that now, which is so nice because it's been a long time since I've been caught up in that job. And then I actually convinced myself to work on novel 3, which has been really hard for me to do at night for a long time now. So I'm so glad I got myself to do it, and I'm hoping I can get my, like, now that, you know, we're on day 3 of my job, I'm slowly acclimating to that being my different times and stuff. It'll go back to when I first started writing. I was still in school. So, and I always got my classes in the mornings. So in the mornings I was in school, which is, again, 8 to whatever time. So it's like an 8:30 to 5. And then, you know, I would do homework and all that. So basically that entire workday hours, I was doing school related stuff. So I normally didn't start writing until later. So I think as I continue with this full-time job, my body will acclimate back to when I used to do all the writing at night. Now, yeah, there will be times when just during the job I'll maybe write a scene or something like that, but in general. And then obviously during the weekend I could always write during the day and all that, but in general. So yeah, the point of that was to say I did that for an hour. I was gonna do longer than an hour, but my goal is to do 3 scenes a day, and that'll finish this book by the deadline that I have, which is not that long. So I got my 3 scenes today, but the only reason I did that was because I wrote 1 full scene, and then the other 2 scenes were, again, already written before. They're very short, but they were already written before the re-outline. So I had to now change things around because other things had changed. So I did add to those. I think I added like a total of like 400 words in those 2 scenes, but those do count. So my 3 for the day are done. Yesterday I only got 2 done, so I didn't even get my 3 for the day done. So yeah, that is just a very rambly update to say things with wins is actually going really well. So far we're going well, other than not hitting the 3 scenes yesterday and me being nervous about not hitting it tomorrow or like the rest of the weekdays. Things are going well. Just want to quickly come on here right before I edit this entire thing together to do a little cover reveal for Ice, because today's the 27th and today's where I'm posting it everywhere. So here you go.